we're going to work into the side upper part of the body, and a little bit of chest work, and then we'll also do a bit of standing and just moving as well. So we're going to start in child's pose. We're going to spend a little bit of the beginning on our knees, like in our 4-point kneeling position. So if you do find that you get sore knees or you're on a very hard surface, then just make sure that you have a folded blanket that you can pop underneath your knees. And then let's make a start. So coming into your child's pose, wide legs, big toes together, sitting back towards the heels. And then just start to walk your hands forward. And let's just start with the arms being pretty relaxed. You can just bend into the elbows. You can make a little diamond shape if you like with your hands, forehead coming down onto the mat. And taking some time here just to arrive, making the space to be here with yourself and your body. And if it feels good to start to deepen into breathing, you can start to slow down the inhale and slow down the exhale. Maybe noticing how your hips can become a little bit heavier as you exhale. And maybe there's an intention that you want to take with you into your practice. And if there is, just repeating it to yourself 3 times. It might be something very simple. Maybe I want to soften. And then, if your eyes have been closed, you can start to open your eyes and extend the hands forward so the elbows start to lift off the mat, palms of the hands press down, starting to feel into the length of the sides of the body, tailbone reaching down towards the feet, taking an inhale through the nose, and then exhaling out through the nose. And then on the next in-breath, coming up onto the hands and the knees, just separate the feet so they're hip distance apart, wrists just slightly forward of the shoulders, crown of the head reaching forward, taking an inhale. As you exhale, sit the hips back towards the feet, and then as you inhale, come back up onto your kneeling position, and then exhale to sit back. So I'm just going to shift forward and back a few times, connecting the breath with movement. Crown of the head reaching forward as you inhale. Exhale, tailbone reaches back. Inhale to come forward, and exhale to shift back. And go one more time. Inhale, forward, and exhale, shifting back. And then taking an inhale, coming up and staying up now. Wrists underneath the shoulders, and we'll go for some cat-cows here. Just take your own time. You can use your own breath cycle. I'm just going to take an inhale to extend through the spine, draw the shoulder heads back, lift up through the eyes. As you exhale, option here to tuck those toes under, to press the mat away and draw the navel in, tuck the chin in. And then again, inhale, releasing the tops of the feet down, and then exhaling, C curving through the spine. Just go a few more times, just in your own breath cycle. If there's another move that you would prefer to do here, then feeling free to go for that. Let's go one more time. And then coming back to neutral. And then taking the eyes over the right shoulder, try to take a peek towards your right hip. And then inhale through center, and exhale, taking a peek over to the left hip. Inhale, center, looking over the right shoulder. And then inhale, center, looking over the left shoulder. And then coming back to center. Let's thread the needle. So we're going to take that right arm up towards the ceiling. Take an inhale, use the eyes to follow that right hand, and then soften through that left elbow as you thread the right arm through. And then inhale, reaching it back up. Exhale, thread it under. Let's go one more time. Inhaling, and then exhale. This time, let's rest that right shoulder down, rest the side of the head down, and extend that left hand forward. Try to keep the hips centered and press down to the tops of the shins. so the legs don't move around. And then option here to creep this left hand over towards the top right hand corner of your mat. And then press down through the outside edge of that right arm and keep turning the shoulders towards the left and up towards the ceiling. Check in with your breathing. And then bring that left hand back underneath the shoulder. Use it to press yourself back up. Center yourself for a moment, and then let's go straight away to the other side. Take that left arm up, inhale. Exhale, threading the hand through as you soften through that right elbow. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, thread it through. And again, last one. Inhale, and then exhale. Resting down into that left shoulder, side of the head down. Extend that right hand forward. Press the shin bones down. And then option here to walk this right hand across towards the top left hand corner of the mat, and then pressing down through the outside edge of that left arm, to keep turning the shoulders to the right and up towards the ceiling. Find the breath. And to draw that right hip away from the right hand. And then release that right hand down underneath the shoulder, coming back into your tabletop for a moment. Bring the knees together, tuck the toes under and sit back towards the heels. Let's interlace the fingers, right thumb on top, and then let's take a little figure eight, just releasing off the wrist for a moment. Long through the spine. And then change the grip so that the left thumb is on top, and then let's continue that figure eight. And releasing that down, come back down into your tabletop position. And then we're going to take this karate chop like action. So down outside edge of that right hand, take an inhale. And then as you exhale, shift the hips back towards the heels until we start to straighten into that right arm. Palm of the right hand is facing towards the left. And you can just keep this left arm pretty relaxed. So we want to try to feel a little bit of sensation into this right upper arm, into the right upper part of the side of the body. Find the breath. And then maybe you might be able to start to rotate towards the left. Keep pressing down through the outside edge of that right hand and arm. Keep breathing. Notice if there's any unnecessary tension that you can let go of. And then let's return, come back up into the hands, take a breath, and then let's swap it around. Try to chop that left arm down, inhale, and then exhale, starting to shift the weight back, straightening into this left arm, palm continues to face to the right. You just bring that right hand a little bit further down, giving yourself some space. Pressing down through the outside edge of that left hand as you draw the left hip back. And then maybe you can start to rotate the shoulders to the right. But you want to keep that left arm where it is. Maybe trying to soften the muscles at the base of the neck, soften through the face, keep the breath open. One more full breath. And then let's return back to center. Now we're going to do both arms at the same time. So karate chop both hands or both forearms, shoulder distance apart. Take an inhale. And then as you exhale, start to reach the hips back. Now if your arms aren't coming all the way to straight, that's totally fine. Just go to where you can. Try to relax the muscles at the base of the neck. Think about the shoulder blades drawing apart. Maybe the forehead can just rest down. Easy breathing. Just one more full breath. Press down through the outer edges of the hands and arms, reaching the hips back. And then shifting the weight forward back into the forearms, coming back up onto the hands. Just once again, just coming to the knees, tucking the toes under, just giving those arms just a little bit of a shake out there. Coming forward onto the hands and make your way down onto your belly. We're going to take the hands out off the mat, onto the tips of the fingers, press down through the tops of the feet, feet hip distance apart, coming into your striking cobra. Then taking an inhale to come up, and then exhale to lower down. And again, inhale to come up, and exhale to lower down. Just adding a turn of the head. Turn the head to the right as you inhale to come up. Exhale, center, and lower. Turning to the left. Inhale to come up. Center, exhale to lower. And again to the right. Inhale, center, and lower. To the left. Inhaling, center, and lower. Take the arms forward and the feet just as wide as the mat. So we're making a kind of narrow star shape with the body. You can just rest the forehead down for a moment. We're going to lift everything off the mat. This is simply the Shavasana variation here. Take an inhale to lift everything off the mat. And then as you exhale, squeeze the legs together, squeeze the elbows down, and then inhale to extend, and exhale to lower. Just 2 more times like that. Inhale to lift, exhale, elbows draw back, inner thighs in, inhale to extend, exhale to lower. One more time. Inhale to lift, exhale, squeeze it in, inhale to extend, and exhale to lower. Nice work. Just bring the forehead onto the hands for a moment and just give the hips a little bit of a wriggle out. And then coming up onto the forearms into your Sphinx position just for a moment. And we're going to extend the right arm out to the side. Straight arm in line with the shoulder, palm facing down. Rest the right cheek down. And then rolling over onto the right side of the body. You can use that left hand for a bit of support. And then options, just bend into the knees, feet in line with the hips. Just find the breath. Now option to just stay where you are. And just focus on that opening in front of the right shoulder and a little bit into the chest. Otherwise, if you would like to, maybe just take this left leg back a little bit and reach back, if you can, holding the top of the ankle or the top of the left foot and starting to kick that left knee back. So opening across the front of the left shoulder as well as the front of the left thigh. Two more full breaths. Maybe there's a little bit of space to kick the knee back a bit further. And then let's bring that left knee back in, releasing down, rolling over back onto your belly, stacking one hand on top of the other, resting the forehead down. Just take a moment, just resting in center. And then let's go to the other side. So we're going to come up into our Sphinx position, just to start off with, and then extend this left arm along to at shoulder height, palm facing down, resting the left cheek down, using that right hand, rolling over onto the left side of the body, and then bending the knees up, feet in line with the hips. Just take a moment just to settle in here. And if you would like to, let's take that right foot back, option to reach back, holding the top of the ankle, top of that right foot, kicking the leg back behind you, just opening across the front of that right shoulder, as well as the front of the right hip and thigh. open breath. Maybe you can close your eyes if that feels good. Just one more full breath here. Maybe there's a bit of space to just reach that right leg a little bit further back. And then let's release that right leg back down. The right hand comes down, rolling onto the belly, stacking one hand on top of the other, resting the head down. Take a little moment. And then let's bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Press yourself back towards the heels, and then we'll make our way into down facing dog, tucking the toes under, lifting the hips up, steady gaze in between the ankles, and your choice, either holding stillness or if you want to do some pedaling out through the feet or any other movement here, feel free. Try to lengthen out your breathing here. Taking one more inhale, and then as you exhale, start to walk the hands back towards the feet, drop the heels down, soften through the knees, take a spinal roll to come all the way up to standing, reach the arms up, inhale, hooking the thumbs, palms facing forward, lifting up through the fingertips, just exhaling here, and then taking another in-breath. As you exhale, coming over into your side bend, trying to keep both shoulders and hips pointing forward, and then eyes can look up towards the left, if that feels okay. Holding it here. On the next in-breath, let's come back up, releasing the arms down, folding forward, relaxing the head and the back of the neck down. Take an inhale into your halfway lift. And then exhale, fold. Soften through the knees. Take a spine roll to come all the way back up. Take the arms up to the side, hooking the thumbs. Maybe swapping the interlace of the thumbs around if you remember which one you did before. Taking an inhale to reach up. As you exhale, taking a side bend over to the left, keeping the shoulders and the hips pointing forward. And then eyes can look up towards the ceiling. Grounding down through the outer edge of that right foot. One more full breath. Maybe there's a bit of space to come down. And then inhale, coming back up. Exhale, folding forward. Relax the head down. Taking an inhale to walk back out into your down facing dog. One breath in your down dog. Rise up onto the balls of the feet. Take that right leg up to your three-legged dog. Inhale. Exhale. Step it forward in between the hands. Come down to that left knee. Release the top of the left foot down. Sweep the arms up. And let's interlace the hands at the base of the head. Just cradling the back of the head. Using the hands to create a bit of traction to lengthen up through the neck. Taking an inhale. As you exhale, maybe starting to shift the hips forward. Keep scooping up the pubic bone and thoracic spine starting to open up here. Lifting the eyes. Taking one more inhale. And then exhale. Releasing down. Frame the front foot. Tap the back toes under. Lifting that left knee off. Taking an inhale. And then as you exhale, start to straighten into this front leg. If you need to shorten the stance a little bit, feel free to go for that. Try and draw that right hip crease back. Taking an inhale to lengthen out. And then exhale, folding down to where you can. Try to engage that right quadricep. Relax the back of the neck. And then taking an inhale, bend into that front leg, step back into down facing dog. Inhale, lift up through the heels, and then take that left leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, stepping it forward in between the hands. come down to the right knee. Release the top of the foot down. Sweep the arms up. Inhaling. Interlace the hands at the base of the head. Just taking a moment here. Ground down through that left heel. Thinking about scooping that pubic bone up. Take an inhale, sternum can lift. As you exhale, shift the hips a little bit further forward, lifting the eyes. Taking one more inhale, and then exhale, releasing the hands. Frame the front foot, tuck the back toes under, lift the right knee off, taking an inhale, and then exhale to start to straighten into this left leg, right heel lifting up. Trying to lift the navel away from the mat. Drawing that left quadricep up. And then let's bend into this left leg. Step back into down facing dog. Take one breath here. Lean forward towards the hands. Bring the knees forward. Sitting over to one side. Extend the legs out long. Just getting ready to lie on our back. Extend the arms forward. Take an inhale. Exhale. Draw the navel in and let's roll down the spine. All the way down. All the way down. Releasing the arms. Bend the knees. Feet flat onto the mat. And we'll just take a moment just to let the back settle down. Feel the soles of the feet. And taking an inhale. As you exhale, roll up through the spine. Coming into your bridge. Reaching the fingertips towards the heels. Thinking about trying to lift the hips up without the knees splaying outwards. Taking one more inhale, and then as you exhale, rolling back down. Placing that right ankle on top of the left thigh. Taking an inhale, and then exhale, rolling back up into your bridge. In this figure 4 position. This right hip really wants to drop down. You want to try to keep it level as much as you can. Take an inhale, lift the hips up a bit higher, and then exhale, rolling back down. Maybe bringing the legs in towards you if that's available, threading that right hand through the middle, holding the front of that left shin. Inhale, and then exhale, trying to bring the legs in. Going to press the back of the pelvis back down to the mat. And then on the next in-breath, let's release that down. Place both feet flat. Placing that left ankle on top of the right thigh. Taking an inhale to lift up. Trying to keep the hip bones level. Press down through the sole of the right foot. One more inhale, lift the hips up a little bit higher, and then exhale to lower down. Bringing the legs, in towards you. Threading that right hand through the middle, holding the front of the right shin. Keeping that left foot flexed. Slowing down your breathing. Just noticing if there's any space to open up here. Taking one more full breath. Just stay for the exhale. See if you can squeeze the legs in a little bit more. And then let's release that down. Both feet flat, and then let's bring the soles of the feet together, letting the knees drop open, coming into your Supta Baddha Konasana or reclined butterfly. Option to bring the arms up to your cactus arms. closing down the eyes if that feels good. Just noticing everything that's in contact with the mat. So with each exhale, just allowing those points of contact to get a little bit heavier. And then when you're ready, just bringing the arms down and starting to extend the legs out long, one at a time. Just moving into your Shavasana. With each exhale, just letting the whole body go. Just allowing the muscles of the face to relax. And if you had an intention that you were working with, just gently bring that back for a moment. Just repeating it to yourself 3 times. And then just letting that go. Lightly staying with your breath. Allowing yourself to come to complete rest for the next few minutes.
I almost fell asleep. That's the point, though, to get completely relaxed. And I struggle with doing Shavasana often. I won't do it. And I tell myself that that's why I struggle so bad, is because I will never let myself completely relax. So don't skip the Shavasana.